All right. Gotta let it warm up. Is it warmed up? All right. How's everybody doing? Hang on one second, y'all. I'm just trying to make sure we're good here. You know, with the lives, we gotta let it warm up. Okay. Chat's on. I'm not dropping any frames at the moment, so that's good. All right, how's everybody doing? First and foremost, say hi. In the chat here, and all that good stuff. Like and share this. It's gonna be good, so you can like and share it now. Trust me. Anyway, yeah, a little late night. I was doing some research on tomorrow's show, and I figured that I would jump on and just go through it now. So you're not going to see me on camera because I'm not really, I'm kind of, relaxing. I got my tank top on, but we're going to do the show a little different today. Try to run through it, see how it goes. Kind of research slash, but I got most of it together. So today's show, we're talking about Rosenburg, and let me show you what I'm talking about. So we're talking about Rosenburg on Hot 97. For those who don't know, Hot 97 in New York. That's one of the hip hop stations. I guess that's the hip hop station now, the main one. And so as you can see up in the corner, I'm sitting down at my desk. I'm not standing up. So that's all you're gonna see is the top of my head, the top of my head here. But you will hear my voice. You should hear my voice loud and clear. So Rosenburg basically accused Cube of copping out. And what are they talking about? Well, they're talking about, Cube sitting down with the Trump administration to discuss the contract with Black America. Again, we talked about not Rosenberg, but Ebro and as you can see on my screen from the last show, D.L. Hughley. Everybody has been giving Cube a hard time about talking, negotiating, starting a dialogue. And we're going to see again what at least I see here, and what I'm going to talk about and point out to you guys, and you guys let me know what you think, is again the clear agenda, the anti-Trump agenda. Now again, we're like Cube, we're like a lot of other people, a lot of other independent thinking people who do not support either one of these candidates. All right, but and it's in today's climate, again, every time I hear these people talk, it becomes more and more obvious that being, saying I'm not supporting anyone because they're both garbage is just not good enough for some people. And so we're gonna take a look at that, and that's what comes across here in this interview. So Ice Cube came on. They were talking about Ice Cube the other day, and even Ebro called it the Platinum Plan, which again we pointed out, on the show where everybody is calling it the Platinum Plan. And that's not what Ice Cube. That's not his plan. That was something that again the Trump administration, renamed. What they discussed with, they called it the Platinum Plan, but it's the contract with Black America. And again, everybody, so that narrative has been going around calling it the Platinum Plan. D.L. Hughley basically was, mad and upset and hurt. And that's the first thing he said when he was talking shit about Cube was the Platinum Plan. How insulting, why didn't they roll it out with the spinning rims and all that stuff? That's what D.L. Hughley said, and of course, we talked about that in the last show. So forget about that. Let's move on. Now Cube is coming on to Hot 97, which he has been doing. See, that's the thing. Cube has been, and no matter how much he he tells people, they're still trying to twist things, still trying to call him a Trump supporter. And you're gonna see right now when I play some of this interview, they're still trying to imply that he's supporting Trump. And it's just beyond belief to me. So let's get into it, and you guys let me know what you think. So let's start here, where they are going to be talking about Ebro's going to be asking him about this image here, where Eric Trump, we talked about that in the last show. Eric Trump tweeted out this photoshopped, they took this image of Cube and 50 and put Trump, Donald Trump, made it look like they're wearing Donald Trump hats. And Eric Trump is the guy behind you there. He's the one that did that. That came from his Twitter account. And Cube responded. He actually, I quote, "Nigga, please, why are you spreading this, doctored photo, right?" So again, Cube has is whatever. He's not letting these people, get away with the shenanigans. So this is what we're gonna pick it up here, where Ebro is asking, this is what they're discussing right now, and then we're gonna take it from there.
And what happened?
Did you like that? Did you like that whole platinum plan? How they took aspects of it and created a black plan for Black America and called it the Platinum Plan? Did you feel? And do you feel today? Like I saw your tweet with Eric Trump, where he put up a photo and you hit him back and he was like, "Nigga, please," about a photo of you and 50. Clearly, you're responding to it to make sure that the people know that they're trying to use you.
I mean, it was a doctored photo, so
yeah.
Don't use no doctor shit on me and think I'm not gonna just call you out on it. But it's that kind of shit is foul. It don't get them nowhere with me. I haven't endorsed Donald Trump, so to me, both sides are lacking, and they got to do better, because what they got down ain't gonna solve the problem yet.
Again, that's what Ice Cube, who again thinking along the same lines, okay, are saying. Okay, what they have done, what they have, if we're gonna play the politics game, then start holding these people accountable. And what they have been doing thus far is not satisfactory. Okay, when it comes to addressing major issues, and again, and this is all that Trump. I'm sorry. See, the propaganda works, y'all. This is all that Cube has been saying. I did this because, I was trying to think of a way, to come up, with a way to, again, do something constructive, productive to address these issues that haven't been, we got to solve some of these. There are problems that need to be solved here. And are we going to look, are we really going to try and solve these problems? Well, that's what, and this is me speculating, but this is how I look at it. If we're going to really, if you people are really serious, well, I'm talking about you people, I'm talking about these politicians. If you're really serious about solving some of these problems, then, let's sit down and discuss it. All right. And let's see if you're really serious about it. Keep going.
We got a lot of work to do.
Are you you vote, registered to vote? You're a voter?
Yes.
Have you decided?
I voted Democrat in every election.
Have you decided how you're going to vote November 3rd?
I actually haven't. It's I'm a vote because there's a lot of things to vote for, in California, up and down. our city and state. But I just, I'm a real, true undecided voter, um, because they're not doing enough.
And the white supremacy alignment of Donald Trump and those the people he has working for him who are overt white supremacists. Look.
Here we go. Here's where we get into the good stuff. So here they go, talking about white supremacy. All right. And let me be clear before we even start. Of course, we know what white supremacy is. All right. What real, what we were led to believe, is like, it's not about people wearing masks and running around white sheets on their head. All right. It's more to it than that, obviously. But basically, okay, this country that we live in, okay, its political system itself was founded by people, who were deliberately trying to keep another class of people, under, on the bottom, okay, a second class, that's what I mean. If you understand anything, you know this, okay. That's the truth. That's what it is, okay. The whole system was built with that idea in mind. All right. So, again, in 2020, cats are throwing, it's like, all right, white supremacy. I got it. I get it. But that's just the way that's just the whole system in general. But as you're going to see here, Ebro, Rosenburg, and again, all these people that are saying you have to vote for Donald Trump. I'm sorry, you have to banish as Diddy would say, you need to banish Donald Trump. All the anti-Trump, and when it's coming, from our space. When I say our space, the hip hop space, all right, they use the excuse of, hey, Donald Trump and his administration is racist. They're white supremacist. Okay. In my opinion, again, that's the system that all these politicians work in. So to say that is, you're not saying anything to me. What do you guys think? And then we'll keep going here. But I just wanted to point that out because you're going to see, then Ebro is going to reiterate, I'm sorry, Rosenburg. And that's their excuse. They're so racist. How could you, and again, Ice Cube and other people aren't saying they're supporting Trump, but yet if you don't support Biden, then this is what they, a lot of them, this is what they want you, this is what they try to push on you. They're so racist. You have to, Trump is so racist. You have to support Biden. And then we're going to point out a few things about Biden. If people want to talk about racism, we're going to get to that in a minute.
Racism comes in many forms, but overt white supremacy, that doesn't put you off in potentially supporting Donald Trump?
And watch and listen to what you says right here. Common sense. It's common sense. So watch how he answers this question.
Well, I'm not supporting Donald Trump. White supremacy do turn me off, but it's everywhere and it's on both sides of the aisle. And, that's just the reality that we live in. And I'm not naive to that. So, we're engulfed in white supremacy. So, that's just something we're going to have to fight our way out of.
Again, so Cube's just stating the obvious. It's like, come on, of course, it is. But the system, because that's what it was built on. Now, but you see, and that's the issue I have with these, these personalities, right? That work, for these major corporations. Again, Hot 97, I'm assuming I think iHeart, and they all push this, they try to trigger. But see, how can, people like-minded people aren't triggered by that. Because if you understand, you understand, just like you've said, look, that's just the way it is. That's the whole system. All right? And that's something we've been dealing with, and we're going to have to keep dealing with that. So, again, to use that as your excuse, again, to say, how could you be for Trump because he's racist? And again, Cube did not say that. But let's say he did. Let's say, it's like, yeah, I support Trump. Well, he's racist. Well, the whole system is, again, is built a certain way to keep certain people, in check. Okay. Again, let me know what you guys think in the comments.
I think
we're gonna fight. We're gonna have to fight on all fronts.
Cube, I would say this is probably the part where people get the most concerned. Is that for many people, we feel that the.
So here comes Rosenburg, and I get and again he's very convincing. and listen, just listen now. Here he comes with the nonsense. Here he comes.
The rhetoric and the decisions that have been made by the Trump administration over the last 4 years, alignment with racism and white supremacy, that is so in a different world that out of that conversation of we know there's white supremacy on both sides feels like a bit of a cop-out in the sense that we know this Trump administration, we know exactly
how
what
is
they
it
are.
how is the truth a cop-out?
Exactly. And so here's the thing, and this is, and then Cube, again, just common sense and the truth, negates, their argument, this specific argument that they're trying to make here. Trump's got to go because he's racist. He's a better, Biden's a better choice because Trump is so racist. And again, we'll get to Biden, but how, last time I checked, Trump didn't pass the 94 crime bill. Okay, Biden. That was Biden. Anyway, but yeah, and even if it doesn't make, and to me, and again, I need y'all to leave your thoughts, because to me, this argument that Trump's administration is so racist, I really don't understand what they're talking about. It's no more racist than, than any other administration. I mean, and if, again, you want to get into specifics, we'll do that. But listen to Ice Cube's response here.
Out of that conversation of we know there's white supremacy on both sides feels like a bit of a cop-out in the sense that we know this Trump administration, we know exactly what they are.
How is the truth a cop-out? I mean, it's the truth. And if you can show me that it's not the truth, let me know. But it's not a cop-out. It's the reality of the situation we find ourselves in. And if we are blind to that, we'll continue to find ourselves in it.
But you don't think it's false equivalency?
Every person has to make their own decision when they walk in that booth. Ice Cube can't make it for him. Hot 97 can't make it for him, or anybody else. Everybody got to make their own decision, and they got to take all the information that they have gathered, the true facts, and then make that decision. And so I'm the one who's not telling you where to vote. So people shouldn't be skeptical of what I'm saying, because I'm not telling you where to vote.
But it is
that's your own decision.
Exactly. So here's Ice Cube saying, look, I'm not telling you who to vote. Again, why are y'all bothered? Basically saying, why are y'all bothering me? Like, why are y'all, And again, it's because he's not against Trump. He's not for Trump. But the fact that he's not against Trump and he's not for Biden is a problem to these people. That's what I mean when Rosenberg says we, who is he talking about? Because that's what I mean. We see it every day, with the rhetoric, going on, and people are really caught up in this. You gotta vote for Biden. You have to. Because, Trump is so horrible. 50 Cent, said something about if Trump doesn't win, he's going to leave the country, something to do with the tax, He likes Biden's tax plan or whatever. Again, it's just 50 trolling. But he does have a point, 50 Cent, about leaving the country, but it ain't got to do with no damn taxes. All right. and we'll talk about that on another show. So that's it there. All right, that's all. So we just saw basically their whole, what their objective is to do is, and they can't do it. I mean, that's what I mean. They're sitting here trying to, again, put Cube in a box, put him in the pro-Trump box, but it's not true. So you can't do that. Okay. And all, and so we saw them, they failed to do that, obviously. And even Rosenburg, trying to say, hey, look, admitting that, that white supremacy, is permeated through the whole, fabric of what this country was built on is a cop-out. And like Cube said, how is that a cop-out? It's the truth. All right? Neither one of you can't, a certain, or somebody being racist is not the issue here. But since they brought it up, let me show you guys. Hold up, where's that image? So let me show you this image, and then we're gonna go. Okay, what's going on here? All right. So this was a post, and I snagged it. It's been taken down by the fact checkers and Facebook and everybody. Of an old, this is 1977, all right, and this statement that was attributed to Joe Biden, allegedly, and we're gonna go straight to the fact checkers, so don't send the goons yet, everybody, Facebook and all those people. Again, this is alleged, but the quote is, "I don't want my children to grow up in a racial jungle," and what he's talking about here, for those who don't know, Biden was very outspoken against forced busing, educational integration, forced by the United States, by the Supreme Court, all right, trying to integrate public schools, okay, back in the 70s. He was against that. He fought that tooth and nail. All right, this is a fact. This is his record. And we're gonna, so we're gonna look at it. We're gonna look at it here. Now we're gonna go straight, because when I started to do some research for this, I'm like, all right, can I find that article, the whole thing, And it's funny. I type in, Joe Biden 1977 integrating black students. This is what comes up first. The fact checkers come right up, which I thought is hilarious. First, okay, fact checking, because they don't want us to get the wrong facts. We want the right facts. And here's their summary: half true. So let's add what the fact checkers have to say about that statement. And like Cube said, look, it's up to us to do. And when it comes to these people's records, look, man, all you got to do, it's all public, Now, do you have to jump through some hurdles? That's why I'm sitting up here late at night. Because yes, you gotta put, the time and the effort. You gotta, and So, but the information is there, okay? But even the fact checkers, look. Here is the statement in question. 1977, Biden said integrating black students would turn schools into a jungle, a racial jungle. That's the quote that they're disputing is half true. So that's the quote that they're saying, that's not, and this was on June 23rd, 2020, a Facebook post, which, by the way, Facebook, where is it at? Oh yeah, here we go. The post was flagged as part of Facebook's effort to combat false news and misinformation on its news feed. Again, so this is what they're doing to protect you and I. They're censoring. They're censoring, stuff they don't want us. They don't want us to get the wrong idea. They don't want us to get bad information, misinformation. All right, but here's the summary. In 1977, Joe Biden warned that without orderly integration, his children would grow up in a racial jungle with tensions built so high that it is going to explode at some point. Point number 2, he was against court-ordered busing to desegregate public schools. Okay, that's his. And for those who don't know, all right, if you're not familiar with the term Dixiecrat, again, do your, I swear, I'm talking too much about politics. I'm like, this isn't like, I should be playing music. I shouldn't even be, what am I doing? But I kind of have to do it because, again, because what I see, there's a lot of propaganda. There's a lot of effery going on. Hey, Junpei, what's up, man? Let me get to the comments. Yeah, my bad. I was trying to get through this. Junpei says, my main man, Pearly Q. That's what's up, man. Appreciate you. Let me see. Don't know if it's intentional, but on the face cam, we can only see the top of your head. Yeah, so like I was saying earlier, I just got a tank top on. So we're just, I guess I can just turn the camera off, but But yeah, you know what I figured? You remember, what was that? Home Improvement? Remember he had the neighbor where you only saw like half of his face? I'm going for that. I'm going for that effect. Let's see how that works for the show. Anyway. Yeah, shout out to my man Steve Boyd. Yeah, so Junpei says, that's very us versus them rhetoric, one which has had an extreme history of violence throughout history. Right. Junpei says, vote Biden or you're racist. Exactly. That's what they, by again, this agenda they're pushing, by what they're saying to us, what they keep saying to Ice Cube, they're implying that if you don't vote for Biden, then you're racist. Nonsense. Junpei says, don't send the shooters. Biden, don't send the shooters. Look, and let's not even talk about the Hunter Biden fiasco. Let's not even talk about that. Anyway, so if it's about being racist, again, I'm not, we're just going to touch just this alone. Okay, so, and it's funny. All right, wait a minute. Half true. So this is the fact. These are the fact checkers. Okay. And so, again, they're basically saying that Biden didn't say that integrating black students would turn schools into a jungle. He did say that it would turn schools into a racial jungle, but they're saying that he didn't say because of black students. He's saying without orderly integration that his children, and this is what he said, his children would grow up, and that, again, it's not just, it's personal, right? It's personal for him. His children would grow up in a racial jungle with tensions, so high. Now, so that's it. So that's what makes it half true. If you want to airs here. But that's what these fact checkers do. I don't know if you've ever looked at these fact check sites, and that's all they can do. Because again, all they can do is say, hey, this is half true or partially true, and then they try and, again, they split hairs. All right, but you and I, so if it's about somebody being really racist, like with the track record, right? Then out of the two choices, that's what I mean. I don't understand, Ebro. I don't understand, Rosenburg. You can't tell me Ebro, Rosenberg, and all these other celebrities that are shouting, Biden, because Trump's horrible, because Trump's racist. You cannot tell me you don't know anything about this man's record. You can't tell me that. I don't believe you. Obviously, it's not true. Of course they know. Okay, again, the fact checkers can only do so much. All right, the man's record is his record. Now here, and this is what Kamala Harris attacked him for back when they both were running for the nomination. Okay, back in what, 2018 or whatever. So a defining moment was when Senator Kamala Harris took former Vice President Joe Biden to task over his recent comments about segregationist senators, as well as his opposition to using federally mandated busing to racially integrate schools in the 1970s. She pointed directly to how busing affected her life as a young child. And so, ask him about it today. Joe Biden, again, the way he tried to spin it is, well, I wasn't against, and this is what he told, this is how he answered Kamala Harris when she pressed him on this, called him out on it when they were running against each other. He said, I wasn't against integration. I was against federally enforced integration. So that his argument was like, okay, it should be up to the states, the state level. But see, if you understand anything, if you do your own research, you will understand. That's what Dixiecrat, that's where that term comes from. Back in the 60s and 70s, again, Strom Thurmond, look up that guy. Him and Biden were very close. Okay, people like that wanted to keep segregation going. Okay, in a nutshell. All right, so that's why. Again, this is why it went to the federal level, because, again, certain states, certain, people that ran state, the senators, again, were, totally, they wanted to keep, actually, that's what I mean. They were trying to keep things, trying to take it back to Jim Crow and all that, basically, right? So again, so that right there, and of course it's funny, right? That's the main, like, that's the thing that makes all this funny to me, is that these people, all right, are we supposed to forget about, when did 40 something years? Joe Biden has been in office since like 1964 as a senator, like Delaware. I think he started like 64. And again, he was running with the Dixiecrats. So if it's about people being racist with the record of it, again, how could you, with a straight face, Ebro and Rosenburg and everybody else who keeps, saying, Trump's a racist, that's why you can't vote for him? How can you, so you mean to tell me you don't know what this guy was doing? You don't know the policy that he was responsible for, what he supported? Okay, you don't know? You don't know. Of course you know. This is my opinion. Of course they know. Okay? But again, they're trying to take advantage of people. All right? And they do our own research. All right? And our own due diligence. And, I'm here to tell y'all that's what we need to do. And I think they know, and that's why it's so ridiculous. But here's what's funny. Again, Kamala Harris called him out on this. Now here it's funny. It says she's claiming she went to school, elementary school here in California. There are other people that disagree, and I have to look this up. But other people, Judge Joe Brown himself says, look, she didn't come back. She went to school here as a college student. She did not go to school. She was raised in Canada. But again, that's something I have to verify. I haven't been able to independently verify that. But here is, again, and you know why Kamala Harris? So again, it just goes to, these people do what's best for them. She attacked Joe Biden back then because it was in her best interest. She was running against him. Okay, and that's what she said when somebody asked her about that. Hey, didn't you attack Joe Biden for being, racist or supporting racist policies, segregational? And she laughed and said, "Ha, it was Craig." So you can look it up. And she just laughed, and that's all she said. She laughed, and she said it several times. Oh, that was just a debate. That was just a debate. And so here again, when it was to her benefit, she was on Twitter. There was a little girl in California who was bused to school. That little girl was me attacking Joe Biden. Again, this was in, when she was running against Joe Biden. All right. Saying, yes, the busing and the segregation affected me as a child. Blah, 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 and calling him out on it. And now, but we're all supposed to forget about that. We're all supposed to forget about that, I guess. What do you guys think? It doesn't, again, use Google while you still can, y'all. Because they're really trying, okay? They don't want us to know the truth. But again, it's like, why didn't they pick somebody else? Why did they pick Biden? That's the part of me that, that's the tinfoil hat. Because they picked Biden, it's like you couldn't pick a worse person to run against because his record sucks. Okay? Like it's really bad when it comes to racism, but that's the talking against Trump. So please, somebody leave a comment. Let me know if that makes any sense to you guys. And here's another piece to that, is that they can't be, obviously they know this. So what's the reason that they keep trying again, is that it's kind of, if you want to talk about being, getting in your feelings or feeling insulted or, then yes, that's the thing. That's what would make me feel like, damn, these people just think I'm stupid. They really think, we're silly enough to just believe what they say and not look at people's actions and then make our own, make up our own minds. So that's all I'm saying here. It's like the way that they're pushing the narrative, okay, against Trump. And again, we're not supporting Trump. Nobody cares. Like Cube said, the whole system is built on supremacy. All right? That's a fact. Okay? That is a fact. And when you dig into all the laws, and again, you want to listen to somebody, you want to get all that in like an hour or two, go to Boyce Watkins. Go to Boyce Watkins' YouTube channel and listen to the last interview he did with Joe Brown, Judge Joe Brown. And again, all the legislation from, back, right after, again, slavery was abolished. Like, all of the legislation and the rules and the laws that were put into place since then, inspired by white supremacy, all right? And again, all that means is the objective to keep a certain class of people, in this case, African Americans, on the bottom of the, whatever you want to call it, social structure, whatever it is. Again, all the blood, the blood laws, if you have, and again, everything, all the things they did to make sure that, black people were on the bottom, they did, okay? So, and if you understand that, then you see that, none of this, that, the argument that people like Ebro and Rosenburg are trying to make doesn't stand up in the least bit, right? That's my opinion. That's my opinion on that. Let me know what you guys think. All right. I think I'm gonna end it there. Let me pop the. All right. So yeah, shout out to everybody checking in on Twitch. My man Junpei, my man Steve Boyd on Facebook. I got my man DJ Prince was just calling me, and I think that was a good stopping point. So we're gonna stop. Ooh, excuse me. We're gonna stop it there. So let me know what you guys think about that. All right. Their racism argument holds no water. All right. Joe Biden's record and the people, all right, politically that he ran with, okay, and that he worked with closely, all right, again, why? The question is why? Are they trying to get people to understand that this is all BS? Is that why they picked Joe Biden? Come on, y'all really, like Cory Booker, y'all couldn't, come on, they could have picked somebody else. They could have nominated somebody else. So the question is, why Joe Biden? If you're going to make the argument that Trump is racist at all, you're going to try to attack somebody on racism, why the hell are you going to, why are you going to have Biden as their opponent? You just can't, that makes no sense to me. All right? Let me know what you guys think, man. I appreciate y'all checking in. And yeah, be sure, all right, to like and share this. As always, all right, make sure you're following us on social media. Your man Pearly Q on Facebook, Twitch, Periscope, all right, Twitter, YouTube, all that good stuff. Hey, donation links are in the description as well, y'all. All right, so we can keep giving y'all this work. I'm actually looking, and if anybody knows of a good editor, for me to get this content out on a consistent basis, I need to hire an editor. All right, so if anybody out there has one in mind, has any references, any recommendations, okay, for a good content editor, holla at me. All right, inbox me, leave a comment, leave it in the comments, because yes, gotta get this work done, people. we got so much more work to do. All right, but that's it for now. Let me see what else. Wait a minute. Yeah, all right. So yeah, it's your man Pearly Q in the building. Court Boys Radio Show. Yes, I'm aware of the again, that's all you guys can see, because like I said, I got my tank top on. Y'all don't want all that. I got to shave, and I need a haircut as well, so that's why I'm not on camera today. All right, so I'm out of here. All right, it's your man Pearly Q in the building. Court Boys Radio Show. We'll see you guys in the next video. Where's my stop button?